Hello Sagittarius and welcome to your November 2023 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. First card, I have the Ace of Swords. So you come in the month with that information, clarity, idea. There's something you've grasped from above and it just reached your mind. The second card is the Knight of Cups. So probably an idea of this is what I want to do. This is what I want to bring forward. But then we have Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Wands calls upon like an inner conflict. Okay, inner conflict, outer conflict. So there you are, all in that elan, in that, movement with, oh, this is what I love, this is what I want to bring forward. But there it's confronted with maybe your inner misalignment of, do I really want to? My courage here is my willpower is not aligned. Maybe other people's willpower are not aligned. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of interesting because there's kind of a letting go of something that was invested in and that we're letting it go now. We're not waiting anymore, but yet we're conflicted. So there's going to have to be a little readjustment of fire that is happening, but this is kind of the energy that spurs up. That Ace of Swords, of course, we have your new moon in Sagittarius, but we have this in November, the full moon in Gemini. So we have this moon that is building up to bring clarity on our shadow. And since it's in Gemini, an air sign, looking at the details, looking at the different perspective in our interactions, in how we understand things, and so on. So here, right under our Ace of Swords, I have the Five of Swords and the Four of Cups. So this could be the understanding on how I am limiting myself in the experiences that I can have here, on the vibrations that I can have, maybe the understanding of how I can release myself from my emotional prison, and also how maybe I cut my own legs when it comes to following my heart, how I have this inner talk of pulling out my old disappointments and heartaches and limiting beliefs and using it to be right about a world that is only maybe sadness, disappointment, what I've experienced until now. So it's kind of a clarity on your mechanic, your inner unconscious mechanics. So that's why under the, oh, I see where I'm going, there right away, what do I love? What do I want to bring, or what do I want to receive? I have under it the Nine of Wands in reverse with Strength in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. So that question, what makes me happy? What drives me? If somebody tells me follow your heart, what is the path that it's taking me? I've just discovered how I've been limiting myself to what I've known and experienced. And so right away here we have our Nine of Wands. So there's a beginning of a process of maybe like, okay, I'm so afraid to be hurt that I am not letting myself feel exactly what would make me happy, because I do not want to be hurt. But I'm fighting a strong fight here because my lion, my experiences are so intense that they're preventing me to feel that inner light that would give me the answer of what do I love and want to bring forward. My hermit would tell me from the within, even if he doesn't know how it's going to happen per se, he would make this gesture every day. Here, hermit in reverse, I don't trust that inner feeling. I've destroyed it with my mind so many times, and I've limited myself to what I've known. Like, that cup doesn't exist for me. Maybe others, but not me. I've only known love, peace, creativity, pleasure on these levels, and I have a hard time believing in it. And so the part of me that would be able to tell me is overwhelmed by my past experiences and the patterns I used. So this is going to become very conscious. That's not like your whole month, but this aspect you're going to become conscious about during the month. So at the end of the month here, with our inner conflict and at the same time I don't want to wait anymore, there's an Ace of Wands. There's an Ace of Wands that you are going to take and confront, move forward, even if you have this. So it's going to be that new willpower, enthusiasm in front of what I don't know, because what I've known has always been this, and I'm going to bring myself in a different way. Because all my sadness and the proofs of the files of all the times I did not receive, I sacrificed myself, I do not feel what I'm supposed to feel, the love of the others, it's snow here, the crooked beliefs that I'm not enough, and so on, and that, make me interact in a certain way. Here, the Page of Wands is going to try and rise above this with willpower. Let's clarify that, because it's kind of, you're going to see yourself going in a way. Oh, I see it. And bringing back that balance in your fire, in your will, because the 5 + 1 will give a 6, and you're taking that 1. And the 6 of Wands is like, wow, time to acknowledge myself. You know what, Sagittarius? I can do this. I have access to this. I don't have to prove anything to anybody, and I don't want to be still conflicted about my deserving right to be happy and to have that insight of love, pleasure, and joy, that Ace of Cup that my mind were cutting me from. Let's clarify. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Sagittarius for the month of November. So there's this insight that you get right at the beginning of the month. Maybe you got it at the end of last month, but it's making you realize all of this. Okay, let's look at that Ace of Sword for Sagittarius. What is the Ace of Sword? Okay. We have the Page of Sword, we have the 5 of Cups, Knight of Sword in reverse, and Knight of Pentacle in reverse. And this is understanding how our old sadness and grievings and losses in our lives created distortion in our way of perceiving and understanding life, a distortion in our truth. Knight of Swords in reverse. So it's like when you have your pains right at the surface of the skin, okay? And because they're really present. But now you're kind of getting conscious of maybe how you never really went for what would make you happy, really. It was maybe only very sound decisions because you limited yourself to what you have known. How those grievings, those disappointments are so part of your mental dynamic here that you limited yourself emotionally. Let's see that 5 of Swords and that 4 of Cups. Yeah, that made your King and Queen of Swords in reverse. And that's when our truth, our own inner truth, or high mental level, believes the lie of, maybe that big lie is, what you've lived until now, that's all that exists. The rest of your life will always be same story, different faces. You'll never experiment more than what you've known until now. That's a big lie, especially, and it's hard to swallow if we have it, especially if our life was not, rainbows and unicorns. And here you have the clarity on that lie. You have the clarity on how you spoke yourself out of the possibility of knowing what you love and following it. Let's look at that Knight of Cups. And even like allowing love into your life. If somebody brings it to you, you do not believe in it. Therefore, you cannot feel it. Let's see that Knight of Cups. It's drowned in the sadness. And therefore, here is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have a hard time knowing what concretely would make us happy or how to actually bring that vibration of love in our concrete life. What does it look like? How can I invest in it? What is it that I can plant and so on? Because it's drowning. We are looking and we are living. Our sadness is right at the edge of our skin. So we always feel it. So that even when we have a caress, the memories of all what was opposite of a caress are combined, preventing us from actually feeling a true loving touch. And of course, this is on different levels for all of you. But if you relate to, oh, I know how I do that to me. I know how my own past grievings and losses of what was lost, what was possible and never became, what I invested myself in and saw not functioning, all of this, how it shaped my truth. Let's look at that 9 of Wands. So you'll be really confronted with it. So that's why I'm thinking, that full moon. And we did have a full moon in Taurus also, right at the end of the month of October. On the 28th, we have the full moon in Taurus. So that will show everything that pulls you away from Venus, from unconditional abundance, from that value of your worth and value and so on. So that could have given you a big clarity here. Let's look at the 9 of... Yeah, so the 9 of Wands we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and we need the Eight of Cups upright. We need to have that strength to go on that quest. But you're still resisting it. Because, probably because it's still part of your truth, your experiences as being the only possibility. Is there really a cup out there for me? Can I really experiment these things that other people are experimenting? These pleasures, creativity, insight, all that positive water? Because we understand that here, what is hard to get out of this, it's because we don't have any reference to that cup that the divine is trying to give to us. We have no reference to it. That's why sometimes some people will have these extraordinary moments of grace and oh my God, I was luminous in all of this. It's so that you can have a reference. When we don't have a reference, and then you can say, okay, I'm going to work to that point. But when we don't have the reference, it's very hard to just believe that, when others are telling us, because here for you, you don't hear your inner soul telling you, yes, there's another cup. Your experience is stronger than your inner light on that level. Okay, not on all the aspects of your life, but on what you're going to become conscious about. That's what was happening. Let's look at that strength and that Hermit in reverse. Hermit upright. All right. We are leaving the fog. Maybe just talking about it is enough. But here, Seven of Cups in reverse, that's because if not, it would have been this. I cannot read my waters. I cannot read my insight. But now, oh, okay. I have to let go of my sadnesses. We are in Scorpio season. It is the time to let die what is not serving us. Okay, and when we say that, it seems like, okay, you're not serving me, goodbye kind of thing. It has to be like our grievings and things like that. We do keep the beauty of it, but we detach from the pain of it, because the pain of it does not keep whatever we lost alive. It just prevents us from receiving the beauty of what we have known. And that is something that needs to be kind of understood deeply in order to allow ourselves to let go of the pain. Let's look at that. Maybe you're going to have a bit of nostalgia of I've never had the fruits in my garden. And that's why believing this and going on that quest, I'm still conflicted about it. I've never lived it. I've never had it. Let's look at that Five of Wands and that Seven of Pentacles. So maybe this month you're going to decide, you know what? I want that extra water. I want that extra water. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Magician and the Five of Cups. Okay, there's a bit of stubbornness here. I don't want to face my wrong beliefs. Okay, some of you will still not want to reverse your king and queen. Face the price you're paying for these beliefs. Because if you manifest with your sadness, it won't grow. You won't be able to see the results of your efforts and so on. You'll still have nothing to show. So crucial here this month, a month of release, a month of Scorpio, letting die what has been done in the past, so that you can manifest something that is not vibrating sadness and grieving. If at the end of my wand I have sadness here in me, as I cast, what am I going to cast? Exactly it. And we're casting constantly with every thought, every spur of emotion, every reactive perspective. We're casting all the time, every breath we take, every thought, and in between thoughts. We're casting all the time. Let's look at that new wand. What is that new wand? Ooh, all right. Here, with that new wand, this is a wand from your soul, calling you to understand the law of the divine, to understand what your soul is trying to teach you, to master your unconscious, your shadow. She's the one, you know, the high priestess, she lived everything in the shadow, every unconscious distortions, lessons, grievings, blockages, demons, and all of that. She went through it, but she was able to realign herself with wisdom and the understanding of the law of the divine. Here we have the Torah, the opening, the white cross on her chest is the opening of the heart chakra. She was able to reconnect with the divine, therefore forgive. She is someone that forgave. And I'm not talking about forgiving in the, here you were an asshole, but I forgive you, I am turning the other cheek. No, forgiving is, I'm not letting whatever happen continue to hurt me. Everybody's accountable for what they do. I do not, by forgiving you, I do not wipe you clean of your sins. No, you're accountable for whatever. But me, I will stop hurting me or allowing the pain in me because I am reacting constantly within myself the scenario with the pain of it. As she forgave, she realigns herself in the balance of the heart chakra aligned with the divine. That is the new spark, energy, fire you will have at the end of. So this is a true spiritual insight to get you out of this. Okay, so it's shown very heavy because it is really like derooting a distortion. And look at the Page of Wands that's going to use that wand to confront, move over, surpass the Five of Pentacles. Because probably a lot of that sadness came from feeling you're not enough, abandonment, and all of this. All of the, I'm putting efforts, I'm not seeing any results. So that you can finally heal, therefore getting that Ace of Swords to help heal those heartaches and disappointments, and healing your divine feminine, healing the source, Venus, of unconditional love and abundance, worth and value. So it is a beautiful spark of your soul, of your soul's wisdom that you're going to get here. For some of you, it's at the end of the month. Others of you, it's going to be sooner. But whatever it is, even though this distortion will seem, ooh, I'm living it, you know, it's very present, you're going to get the solution of it and the insight. It's a beautiful spiritual insight that comes to you, Sagittarius. So on this, I am sending you all my love and light. It's beautiful. Like I was saying, because I can feel some people, oh my God, it's a month of hell. No, because you've been living this for 40 years, 30 years. It's just that it's getting cleared this month. It's a beautiful opportunity. So take it. And on this, I am sending you all my love and light. And thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. Have an amazing month of November. And on this, if you want a private reading, there's the website below. I never put my phone number or anything like that in the comment section. It is a scam. If you see that, only go through the website that is right under the video in the plus section. And so also thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, I always ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most of service for you, for your path, for your growth, for your blooming and all. So on this, namaste. Bye-bye. See you next month.